mom's channel, Eat with Philly Phil. I wonder what she's cooking in the kitchen today. Mom, what are you cooking?
Welcome back to the kitchen with your girl, Eat with Philly Phil and more. How is everyone doing today? All right, guys, today we will be making us a 7-Up pound cake, homemade 7-Up pound cake. All right, let me tell you what the ingredients are. So 3 cups of sugar, 2 sticks of Land O'Lakes salted butter, a half a cup of Crisco butter shortening. We're going to be using a half a cup of room temp buttermilk. We'll be using 6 room temp large eggs. These are room temperature. Let's see. We're going to have 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I use Watkins from Walmart. And then 1 tablespoon of lemon extract. 3/4 cup of 7-Up. I already have that poured up. 3/4 of a cup of 7-Up. Now, we're going to use 1 cup of Softassilk cake flour. And let me show you guys this. 2 cups of the WhiteLily Self Rising flour. Now, I already have, and you need to sift those cups of flour, okay? So I've sifted each cup, the 1 cup of Softassilk, as well as the 2 cups of the WhiteLily. I sifted that. We're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder to the flour in a minute, okay? Now, what we're going to do next, we're going to start with adding our 2 sticks of butter in the mixer. But before I do that, let me move some of these ingredients. I just wanted to show you guys what we were going to be using, but everything will be listed in the description. I'll be right back, okay? All right, guys, I'm back. So let's start with our butter. We're going to put our butter. This is room temp as well. Make sure your butter, all of your ingredients should be room temp, as well as your 7-Up. So I'm going to put 1 stick in there. And I like to scrape it off and get all of the excess. And I have me a little trash bag over here. You guys can't see all of that, I know. All right, we're going to put stick number 2 in there. So how is everyone doing? I hope you guys, if you haven't had a chance to, check out my pineapple pound cake recipe, the pineapple pound cake that I made. It is currently trending in the #1 spot on the YouTube search engine when you type in pineapple pound cake. So if you like pineapples, check out that recipe. All right, next we're going to add our half a cup of the Crisco shortening in here. And we want to try to get that out. I know someone left a comment last time, why am I scraping it like I'm just a little pulperer, but hey, we want all that goodness in here, all right? Okay, let me put this over here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lift this up. Not until we get this on here correctly. All right, we're going to lift this up and let the butter and shortening come together. Then we'll add our sugar, okay? 3 cups of sugar. All right, we're just gonna let this mix together till it's nice and creamy. Then I'll pour in the 3 cups of sugar. And then we'll do the eggs, which we do 1 at a time. And I'll show you that I like to crack each egg in this little glass bowl and then pour it in there, which helps you avoid getting any shells in your cake. You don't want anyone eating your cake and then biting into a shell, now do you? I know I don't. And I'm sure you don't either. But once again, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you try this recipe, please let me know. Okay, this is nice and creamy. I know you can't see inside of it, but it is. So I'm going to add the sugar now. Just gradually pour it in here. And see, by this being at room temp, it really helped it to break down and become creamy much faster. So that's all 3 cups of the sugar. I'll slide this over here. Okay. We're getting ready. We're moving right along with this cake. Let me see here. I want to make sure my microphone is, you guys can hear me clear. Okay. This is just mixing on up, coming together. We'll start adding the eggs. We're going to use 6 room temp eggs, and then we're going to need 1 cold egg because we're going to separate the egg white from the yolk and put the yolk only in here. So it's a total of 7 eggs that you'll need, but only 6 will be room temperature, okay? Remember that, it's important. And you're gonna use a cold egg because this baker told me that it helps to separate the yolk easily if you don't have some type of little container that you can do it with. Because I had the hardest time separating egg white and yolk, I did. So that tip was very helpful. Thank you, Big A. He bakes over on Instagram. All right, let me start with the eggs. Here we go. So I cracked 1 egg into this little bowl here. And then I just add it nice and slow, 1 at a time. And I let it mix until I see that the yolk has dissolved. And then I move on to egg number 2. And like I say, by cracking it in the bowl, I'm avoiding the possibility of shells going into my cake. And if you guys have a recipe for 7-up pound cake, because this is actually my first time, I'm just using my basic recipe and adding some 7-up. And then the icing that we're gonna make will have a little 7-up in it as well. 7-up and lemon. I'll show you how I make that. Okay, this is egg number 4. Egg number 5, just cracking it. See? Some people are really good, they can crack the egg with 1 hand. I'm not there yet. Can you all do that? You know how they crack it with 1 hand? No, I'm not there yet. All right, that's egg number 6. Let me move this out the way and get my cold egg out the fridge. 1 second, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to, can you all see me? You probably can't really see it. Gonna separate the white from the yolk. See, by it being cold, it separates much easier. And put that in there. Get me a paper towel real quick. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off. Lower this. And get my glove. And you know, because this, I'll be sharing this cake with someone, but if this is just for you and your family, you know, as long as you've washed your hands and everything, you don't have to do this. But I don't want to get all of this on my hand, but I want to get all of this goodness off of the little mixing tool here. And then I'll show you what we're about to do. We're about to put this cake together. So just get all of that. This is the butter, sugar, and eggs. So I'm getting all of this off of here. And I'll lay this right here. Hold on a second. Okay. Now I can throw this out. Okay. So I'm going to take this off of here. And what I like to do, well, the first thing we need to do, I told you I had already sifted all the flour together. I need to add my teaspoon of baking powder to the flour. We don't want to forget that. That's an important step. All right, I have it measured. I'm going to add this to the flour. And then I just stir that up in there with the flour. Move this baking powder out the way. So now what I want to do, I have this big spoon over here. Right here. What we're gonna do, oh, I also already have my, I already have my 2 tablespoons of vanilla and my 1 tablespoon of lemon extract already put together. And I do it this way, guys, because I don't have one of the newer mixers with the splash guards and everything. So this is why I take it off and add in my flour this way, because if I don't, it'll fly everywhere. When I upgrade and I have the additional little attachments that go with it, hey, maybe KitchenAid will sponsor me one day. Maybe I need to send them a letter. All right, so what I'm going to do is start with, here's the flour. Get 1 big spoon, 2 spoons of the flour and the baking powder. I'll stir this up in here with the eggs and everything. Then I'll add a little bit of the buttermilk and a little bit of the 7-Up, 3/4 cup of 7-Up that I have. Okay? You're going to start with the flour and you end with the flour is the last thing that you want to put in here or add together, however you want to say it. All right, so now that this spoon has already been moistened with the batter, I have this little spatula. So I'll just take this and just add some more of flour. Again, this is 1 cup of Pillsbury Softassilk and 2 cups of WhiteLily. Okay, so I do that. Add some more of this half a cup of buttermilk. Normally, my pound cakes, I use 1 cup of buttermilk, but I'm using 7-Up as well, so I only use half a cup of the buttermilk. And we're going to see how this comes out. Okay, hopefully it'll be nice and moist and delish. Some more of this flour. All right, guys, we're getting it together here. Let's see here. So I'm going to add the rest of the buttermilk and the rest of this 7-Up. Then I'll stir this up. And 7-Up makes it just like it's fizzing a little bit, you know? Okay, stir that up a little bit. Bringing it all together, starting to smell good. Then I will add the remainder of the flour. The most important, you want to get all your flour. You want our cake to rise and be nice and pretty. Yes, we do. And finally, I'm going to add my flavors, okay? 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of lemon. Now I'm going to just, yes, I smell those flavors in there now. Smelling good, guys, smelling good. This is a simple recipe, you know. I think anyone could do it. Not that hard. The oven is preheated to 325. Okay, it is already preheated to 325. I have a gas oven, so now what I need to do is put on another glove. Like I say, we want all of the goodness, so let me put this glove on right here. I'm getting ready to put this back on the mixer. I'm going to get all of this off of this spoon. Waste not, if you possibly can. All right, I'll take this glove off. Put this back on here. Yep, this is an older one, but it works. It works just as good as a new one, okay? May not have all the bells and whistles, but hey, it's just as good. Now, we are getting ready to let this mix up and come together, all right? Okay, we're gonna start it out slow. Put it on medium. Now see, if I had done this and left this on here and added that flour, I would have had flour all over me. Face would have been white. Come on, I'd have just been all messed up. I want to look cute for y'all while I cook, okay? Yes, I do. Check out my workout zone videos, okay? If you're new to this channel, yes. I worked out live this morning on Monday. Normally I'm only live on Saturdays, but I may start going live on Mondays as well. I'm gonna turn this up another notch. In the words of Emerald Lagasse, one of the best. Okay, guys, this batter is so pretty. When we pour it up in the pan, it should come out nice and silky and just float around the pan. It's looking good. And I already scraped the bottom and everything when I was putting it together. So I've gotten everything together so it should mix evenly. We hope. Fingers crossed, okay? Again, let me know if you've ever baked one of these, and if you don't mind sharing your recipe. If I could have added something, different, or just let me know. We can all learn from each other. I'm gonna turn it up one more notch. Oh, it's going now. It's going, it's going. Almost ready. We're going to have to butter the pan. I wanted you guys to see me do that. I'll be using the same type of butter that I use in the cake to butter the pan. I don't use any flour. I don't dust the pan with flour. It's a really good pan from Bed Bath & Beyond. Non-stick, but you still need to butter it, but it's a good pan. It's called the anniversary pan. All right, it's almost here, guys. Almost ready. And I don't think I'm gonna cut anything. I want you all to see everything from start to finish. Okay? So you can just scroll through this part if you don't want to watch it. All right, I think we're there. I think we're there. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. On another glove, what we're gonna do now is butter our pan really, really good, because we don't want our cake to stick. No, we do not. So here's my nice golden anniversary bundt pan. So I'll be using some of this butter as well to make our icing, as well as some 7-Up, the vanilla extract and lemon extract. That'll be going into the icing. So let me get some of this butter. Start with about two tablespoons of it. You see I got my glove on because we've got to get down in the crevices of this thing. Right, take this off. There's the pan, nice and buttered. So now, here's our batter. Okay. Can you all see the batter? Okay. Going to take it and just pour it around. Try not to let it touch the center of your pan. The mold, whatever you call that. Okay, try not to let it touch that. Just go all the way around with it. Okay, it's coming out good. Okay, let me get the rest of this batter. Okay. We're hoping for a perfect cake. Trying to get everything out of there. Hey, why not? My grandkids on here to give the bowl to, so hey, I might as well get it all out. All right, now what I want to do is get all of this off of here. Okay. Then I'll show you what I do. Just take it, shake it up, and then about 3 or 4 times, okay? Then I take the butter knife and I just twirl it around there, just like that. It is ready for the oven. We're gonna let it bake for a good hour and 15 minutes or so, okay? And I'll use this after an hour or so, this long skewer. I got flour everywhere. And I'll stick that down in there to make sure that it's done. All right, I'll be back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back, and it is time to make our icing for our 7-Up pound cake. So what I have here is 3 cups of powdered sugar. I'm using the confectioner's sugar for confectioner's sugar. And I just 3 cups, and I make sure that I evened it off so it will be a cup, exactly 1 cup, okay? So we're gonna, and normally what I do 1 tablespoon of butter to each cup of confectioner's sugar. So I'm going to get 3 tablespoons of the same butter that I used in the cake, all right? So, and the good thing about that, it's already measured out for you. So I'll just put 3. Room temp butter is what you want as well. Okay, so I have 3 cups. Now I have my tablespoon here. Gonna get a tablespoon of the vanilla. 2 tablespoons of the vanilla, okay? 2 tablespoons of the vanilla. And 1 of the lemon. Okay, and this should do it. We will see. Now, I want to add a little bit of the 7-Up. You don't want to add too much because you can't take it out once you put it in. I'm gonna add a little bit for now. All right. And then a dab of milk, just a dab of milk, not much. And I'm just really making this icing up as I go. The icing that I use, so we're gonna start. Hopefully this doesn't splash everywhere. Okay, let's see here. I think we're ready to pour. And what I do, I have a nice 3-cup glass measuring cup here, and I just pour it in and see how silky it is? Yes, that's what I wanted. All right, so our icing is ready for the cake. All we need is a cake now. We got a bride, all we need is a groom. Okay guys, we'll be back when the cake has come out the oven. All right guys, there's the cake. Look at it, it is baking nicely. I forgot to say that I also set the cake on a flat pan baking sheet. So it's coming right along. We have about 15-20 more minutes. Okay guys, I am back and it is time to take the cake out and put this icing on it, all right? So I have my cake plate here, some wax paper and a cake holder on it. That's what I'm going to do. Flip it over on top of the cake and pray that it comes out easy as 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. All right. You know what? I'm gonna let it cool down a few more minutes because I don't want the icing to just melt on it. But it looks great. Be back in a second. All right, it has cooled down another 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and put this icing on here. This is our icing we made. Remember our 7-Up icing. And we're just going to go around here and make this cake look like the star that it is. Oh yes. Looking good, guys. 7-Up pound cake, my version. All right. Let me know if you try this. And there you have it. I'm gonna let it sit, let the icing sit on it. I'll come back and cut a slice for you guys in a little bit, okay? I will be taking a slice of this cake for you. There it is. 7-Up pound cake. Philly Phil's homemade version. I'll be back. Okay guys, I am back. Let's cut us a little slice of this delicious 7-Up pound cake and see how we did. All right, here we go. Let's see if it'll slice up really nice for us. Okay. All right. So I can get it out of there. There it is. Okay. Put that right there. Let's get us a taste of this delicious 7-Up pound cake. Light and moist. I can taste a hint of that 7-Up, guys. I like it. If you try it, look at that. It's good. It's good. Here, take a bite. Simply delicious. You don't even need milk. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this 7-Up pound cake. Please let me know if you try the recipe. Thank you for coming to the channel. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment, and share. See y'all later.